Okay, here we are with the top three overall this weekend at the inaugural AX Fest. It's been absolutely epic, I've got to say. But I think it's fair to say there's four tired bodies here, and I haven't even been riding. Um, Slightly battered as well. So we'll start with you, Jack Brunell. Listen, I know you hate hearing this. You hate being that third place guy. But again, you've had some knocks and bangs this weekend. So just basically talk us through that. I mean, you certainly pushed on for that win in one race and threw it away in pretty spectacular fashion. What's the outcome of that?
Yeah, it started off good. Weekend started off good. I felt strong. The first day I felt strong. Tommy rode good. Conrad was a little bit behind that day, so it was good, obviously in Thomas. So I felt real good on the Friday. And then Saturday, felt really good again Saturday. Was behind Tommy in one of the races on the last lap. Just pushed that little bit too much, caught an edge, and ended up just like losing it on the table to single, but like splattered myself into the single on the side of the bike. And I don't know, I've tweaked something in my knee and my foot, but yeah, everything hurts. It's not fun. Wasn't a fun day today. It was survival. Ended up getting 2/4, I think. So that's all I wanted to do, is just obviously try and finish the weekend off. And now we got obviously a long time for a bit of rest and get ready to come back and start how we did on the Friday and Saturday. Be up with these two boys because they're riding really good. So I'm really looking forward to the Arenacross series starting indoors.
Your standpoint, this is obviously different. It's Arenacross, but it's outdoors, tied into a festival. Have you enjoyed the weekend? I mean, there's been so much going on outside of just the racing. Have you embraced that? Have you managed to be out walking?
Yeah, it's like normally, obviously, we're there for maybe 1 night, 2 nights. It's been 3 nights. It's obviously been a long weekend, but everything's here. It's been cool. Had the kids come up. They stayed. They absolutely loved it. So that's the nice feeling about it. Arenacross is that little bit later. So they normally have to go to bed, otherwise it obviously messes up the routine kind of thing. But here they was allowed to come and watch, run around all weekend with me. So it was real fun. And to have everything out there, what they've done is unreal, really. I just obviously hopefully get a lot more back in next year and keep going. Like you said, you can maybe do a few series.
Well, on your third again, mate. Sorry to keep mentioning that, but you got another tour. We've got the rest of the tour to do. Tommy, we're up and running, right back where you started, leading the way at this early stage. From your standpoint, what is it about AX that is now you're kind of hooked on it almost? We didn't see you riding it for quite a while. We understand the reasons why. Don't mind admitting that you're towards the tail end of your career. So it's giving you a new lease of life. That's what it feels like to me.
It's been nice to be back involved with it. There was times in my career where the GPs took the focus and I wasn't thinking about Arenacross and I think now it was the perfect time. When Matt mentioned it to me about this time last year, I was like, brilliant, count me in. I'll be there. Whereas no other year it felt right to commit to that. But I did race it when I was a kid. I raced it the first couple of years when I went professional. I remember doing a couple of rounds, one-off rounds earlier. It was earlier in the year then, and the GP started later. The problem we have now is the series gets started early, so if you're racing GP, it's a difficult one. But all in all, I absolutely love it. I managed to kick this one off with a win, which is nice because Conrad's been winning everything, been beating me all outdoor season. So to beat him was quite nice this weekend. It gave me a little boost of confidence, and I've had a couple of good weeks leading into this with the VMX and racing the 250 last weekend. So just an all-around good weekend. Both of these boys rode great. Conrad shows such unreal speed at times when he gets it all figured out, and it's nice to battle with both of them.
And again, from your standpoint, it looks like you've had a cracking family weekend. I mean, I think I've seen the entire Searle family out there. Back here in the pits, having a really good time of it. So have you enjoyed that as well, and the chance for like Jack says, for your kids to come out and watch you race and enjoy that environment?
Yeah, it's been brilliant. And my wife bought her friends today, so that was all that lot. It's like a crash out there, wasn't it? Come back from one of the practice, I just thought, wow, what am I walking into? But they enjoyed it, and they have nothing to do with bikes. They've never been to a motocross race, so that's what it brings. Because I said to Sophie, it's going to be a good one, fair and that, and then she said, all right, I'll invite my friends. So they've all come, and she just said they've had the best day ever. So it just goes to show that an event like this can bring in people and gives them a chance to come and have a great day and also get the chance to watch us boys race.
Indeed, yeah. Passing on to Conrad on the end then, like we said, you certainly got it rolling. You didn't start off as good as you kind of hoped. And that kind of outlines the difference, I suppose, between outdoor motocross and AX. So, for those that don't know, just explain how that works. I mean, you've just finished the motocross season, so you had a chance to train. So obviously you've got to do different bike setup. How easy is it to adapt from coming straight from motocross to Arenacross? I guess it takes a bit of time. It certainly did for you. Friday you weren't so quick, but then boom.
Yeah, it took me, like as you said, it took me a while to get into it. We had the last round of the British Championship last weekend, so it's kind of given me no time at all. You've always got that fear of, do I practice Arenacross before the last round of the British? Do I practice it? So I've always had that fear. So we kind of just left it, and then we got to work this week. Done a couple of days at Churchies, but yeah, just that with this kind of style of racing, you just need time on these tracks, and these boys started off so fast, and it kind of just. Yeah, that was how it was really. That I was where I was on Friday, and I'm not the type of person to kind of push out of my comfort zone if everything's not in place. So, but when everything is in place, I feel like the speed's good and everything's good. And I think we certainly put on a good race each night for all three of us here.
Obviously, I remember you rode in the Red Bull Pro Nationals back in the day, which kind of elevated motocross. So that you was a 65 rider then. What do you think? Arenacross is doing, the effect it's having on our sport? Do you think it's obviously going to help bring more people into motocross, and get them started on that? Because obviously we're putting you out there in front of a lot of people. So do you feel that vibe that this might change the dynamics of the sport and get more people into it?
Yeah, definitely. I think like Tommy just said, he's got family here that are not as such interested in motorbikes or motocross, and then but you've got all these other things going on here, which kind of you don't really have to be, but when you're here, it's so enjoyable to watch. So I think it attracts all sorts of different kind of people, and I think that what he's done here is an amazing event, and it almost brings back the vibe of the Red Bull Pro Nationals a little bit. I feel like that was a little bit like this, but I feel like he's just took it to a whole new level here, and especially to have it in such a place like this at Bosworth Castle is incredible. So hopefully we can get this every year, and I'd like to keep coming back, that's for sure.
I see our marketing team have labelled you for the Three Amigos as if they're like, you're going to be the three contenders for the championship. It's very early days, but obviously, who had something to do with that? Did he? Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, there is that. But the competition, it's fierce. It was fierce last year between you two. With that, though, all three of you desperately want to beat each other. You're sportsmen at the end of the day, and when it comes down to it, you go for it. But there is good banter and chemistry between the three of you. We saw it last year with you two going at it. It's a lot of fun doing the Arenacross tour as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's cool. I'm still trying to gain the trust back from Tommy, so he invites me back up his track. But no, so but all joking aside, it's good. I like racing these guys, and yeah, it was a good last race then. We all kind of played it smart, and we had some good racing. And I feel like we're all sensible, and I think we just want to be there. We want to race each other. We want to have a good race. We don't want to take many risks. And yeah, I think we all want to put on a show for the crowd, really. I think that's the main thing.
Well, you definitely do that, yeah.
No, I think the same, because all outdoor season, you don't really talk when we're at the outdoors. Like me and Conrad have raced each other most weekends and barely said a word. And then here, same as the Arenacross tour, it brings the riders together too, which is really nice. I think it's a nice part of the sport. You're racing together, and like Conrad said, we all want to be there at the next race.
What do you think that is, Tom? Is that because there's more time between races because you're all so tightly packed in the arena?
I don't know. We're just closer. We park closer together. You're in stadiums. The teams are sort of, it's more like us riders racing each other, where the teams aren't so much involved, if you know what I mean. Like, normally, if it's the British Championship, Conrad's under his team, he parks his bike up, you don't see him, he'll go back to his tent 5 minutes before the race, walks out with a helmet on, goes to start line and goes back, whereas we sort of socialise here that little bit more. And I think it's nice, do you know what I mean? It really, I think it's nice, and then you get to know each other, and you enjoy racing and spending time with the riders.
Yeah, we'll just finish on you on that note then, Jack. We start with you, so we finish off with you. Again, yeah, and you've been doing this a long time. And of course, unlike these two, you've been doing a lot of indoor stuff for most of your career. You kind of made a name for yourself doing the European indoor stuff or whatever. So you've been doing it a long time. As much as they're up against you and they're kind of still edging you just a little bit, it must be good seeing these guys come from more of a motocross sort of, their careers coming into it. It's adding a different dimension, isn't it?
They're the two best in Britain, aren't they? And so it's just the British Championship. I mean, it's all British riders, so we've got the two best British riders that are doing the championship. Like I said, everyone has a bit of banter. It is really good fun. You got a lot of time. Obviously, you do the practice in the daytime, and then you obviously race in the evenings. So there's a lot more time for you to go and have a little chat And obviously, when you're in your pit box, you're like, right, yeah, I'm going to do you in this one. Like, it's fun. It's fun. It is really fun. And like I said, because it's all UK riders, it's a good vibe. And last year was the funnest UK series that I've raced. It was really, really fun. Like I said, I've raced all over Europe, but normally it's just me as a UK rider, and maybe sometimes Ashley used to be there. So it was us against either the whole French crowd, and then you have the little American crowd, but they don't want to talk to you. No one wants to talk to you. So it's it's a bit of a strange vibe. But like I said, the Arenacross has been real fun, and like you said, this weekend was real fun. Everyone was having a bit of chat and that, and just take it into the indoor series again, get a few more British riders in, and have a lot of fun.
Well, you guys are certainly doing your part in growing this thing. It's been a pleasure watching them ride over the 3 days. That's us done here at Bolesworth. Hopefully we'll be back next year. I really hope we are. I think we've done enough to get an AX Fest 24. We've got to convince Matt and Nina, but I'm sure everybody that came here the weekend will be having positive vibes from it. Next stop for us is Jan 6th at Manchester. We look forward to getting these guys back indoors. Conrad, all the very best at the Motocross of Nations. Stick it in there, get it done. And buy your tickets. Obviously, keep following us on social media, and we'll see you all in Manchester on January the 6th. Nice one, guys.
AX Fest, presented by Fix Auto UK. Wow, the first ever, the inaugural outing of this incredible weekend celebrating all that is wondrous in the world of off-road riding has been quite something. We have had Arenacross, of course, on the biggest, most intense track ever. We have spliced the Arenacross riding with Super Enduro from the Clubman and the pros with some of the best in the business riding. Billy Bolt and Johnny Walker going hard at it. We've had the best in the business riding this. From the big guns to the little whippersnappers, we have had the rider experience zone so you can witness the action and get involved in it too. If you're into riding, or even if you're not, the retail village with all the goodies to take home. We've had the fairground to keep all of us entertained. We have had the action sports zone, which my good friend Seb Denver has been hosting, with battling BMX, Flatlander, Lead, Musselwhite. We've had trials from Steve Colley. We have had freestyle motocross up there, as well as in the main show as well. And did I mention the main stage? Finally, getting to hang out with the Arenacross and motocross community after the event itself, and we added many more members to that family as well. With headlining acts of Rick Parvachun and the RPJ Band rocking that stage on Friday night, and then headlining on the Saturday, just last night, the one and only Sister Bliss, straight after the fireworks, right in front of that incredible castle as the backdrop to this entire weekend. AX Fest, we love you. We can't wait for another one. But before we do get to that other one next year, we've got the rest of the Arenacross series to get through, starting in Manchester on the 6th of January. Make sure you are there.